Грузится.
Я вижу. Ну ладно, там же. Без этого Викинг.
Деваха.
Ни на что не согласен.
Она сражается за любимого своего. Кого?
When she was younger,
Нет.
she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And as she saw them,
Он погиб.
elusive,
Она его
shifting faces.
так воскресить пытается.
After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees,
Она пришла к
the
богам
mountains, caves.
и, короче, пытается воскресить. Так, говорит, я пожертвую чем угодно, лишь бы воскресить любимого.
I wonder,
И вот ее, видишь, вот рука левая,
can you
видишь?
see the faces too?
Да, правая рука у нее.
They're there,
Ее там
if you look for them.
нет, покарали. Типа, вот если вот эта вот гниль дойдет
Mother?
до этого, ну, до верха, до головы, она погибнет. Надо успеть, чтобы эта гниль не дошла. Но она дойдет по-любому. Потихоньку идет. Прыгать она умеет только уворачиваться. Только ее на мечах. Она же викинг. Нет, блять, она, сука, с пулеметом с ручным бегает. Почему только назад бежать? Карты нету. Так и играть без карты. Да, здесь автосохранение. Вот здесь второй бог.
Take him down! Take him down! Defend yourself! Nobody cares! Behind you!
Сука. Ах вы шлюхи. Блять, ебать, вообще нельзя. Как со щитоводом биться, хуй знает это.
Capable warrior. Remember your training. Finish this. End it now. You won. Don't let them get behind you. Keep them inside. Watch out!
Блять такая, а. Как с этим щитоводом пиздиться, я не знаю. получается.
Gate. She needs to go back. She can't. It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
There's another challenge. She hasn't challenged.
Да тут чокнешься нахуй. Вообще погибать нельзя.
Surt, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
And the Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that. The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants, and people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there. Human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senuas?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Are they screaming?
The winds.
hellhound is sealed for the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Засада, а не игра. Че, сейчас опять убил его.
He can read you. You want it. Behind you! Behind you! Behind you! Yeah, she's scared. No one. Behind you. He's gone. Hurt this blood. There are too many of them. Get out of the way! Run away. Go. He's down. Finish him. Finish him. Ignore the pain. Anticipate.
Блять, сколько же вас?
Behind you. Look behind. Stop it!
They're winning.
Take him down! Take him down now! Watch out!
Сколько же вас, сука, охуеть, сколько вас.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Так, мы отсюда пришли. Hell will not give you the answers you want, but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer, because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happened? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The pyre. Surt is through there. He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it.
He's waiting for you. It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting.
Surt is waiting for you.
Find him.
The pyre.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants, His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Да, заебется.
Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
Вот эти щитоносцы, они меня, конечно, подбешивают.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt.
I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Че, не дошла?
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Сначала хочу все оббежать, посмотреть, где чего. Но наверх я не полезу, конечно. Да, в эти ворота или в эти ворота. Давай сначала в эти ворота. А, нет. Сначала те ворота. Хотя хуй знает. Давай в эти ворота. Хотя нет. Блять, если я пробегу в эти ворота. Тут огонь будет кругом. Давай влево. Сначала мы победим огненного хуя.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Нет здесь огня пока что. Значит, надо сначала эти ворота открыть, а потом туда идти.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
отмочила. А, тут костер, ну, тут ремонт будет. Чуть не сдох.
World has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the front!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Надо сходить открыть.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Да. тяжко. Блядь, она то бежит, то не бежит. Охуеть.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
заебешься, блядь. Искать нахуй эту хуйню. Ладно, хоть какие-то подсказки есть, минимальные. А то я бы вообще тут с ума сошел искать этой херни. Подразумеваю, что там еще мочило сейчас будет. О. Ищем последний символ. Все, ворота открыты.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt. If I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you. Run through the fire. Keep running. Go on. Nothing will stop you. Run, Senua. Run, run, run. Through the fire.
She's dying.
It's him.
Че, все сгорело, что ли? Нет, ты че, еще не сгорело.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will chase you from forever and forever leave you dead.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight now! He's getting stronger! You must stop him! Stop him! First, you can't destroy What's he doing?
Погибло, что ли? Ты уворачиваться-то не будешь, что ли? Как с ним биться-то? Как с ним биться-то? Вообще я не понимаю даже. Бьешь, он сразу этот уклоняешься. А хуй толку уклоняться? Бег, взаимодействие. Я не знаю, как с ним биться. Блять. Чё с ним делать, я не знаю, ну. Пиздец нахуй. Сука, я хуею. Чё делать-то?
Всем привет, добро, но все они изменили.
You must leave.
Да это не то, это.
Так, тут, кажется, я...
Да это тоже не то.
She found the
Тьма убивает все.
И как ты его отпиздил?
Теперь со мной. Ну чё, ребят, понеслась. С Богом. Ух ты. Ух. Ух. Мощный. Офигеть, ты жесткий. Давай, 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 вот так. Нифига себе, это был крит. Давай. Лупи, 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 лупи. Обалдеть. Так, что это у нас? Опа. Он становится сильнее. Ах ты тварь. Ой. Вставай, 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 вставай. Есть. Фух. Жесть, что происходит? Быстрей. Обалдеть.
А как ты всю корону-то подключаешь? Сосредоточение Е. Перенос, двигаться боком, но это смотрите. Фото хоум, управление в бою. Быстрого, тяжелого, рукопашная. F. Блок. Уклониться. Так. Знал бы раньше, как подключать руны, я бы давно бы его отпиздил и не стал бы дохнуть столько раз. Но я теперь знаю, как руны подключать. Может быть, я и с тем-то просто, ну, боссом. Ну-то вот я отпинал на одном дыхании,
So it goes.
ну, блядь, без всяких бонусов, без всяких
Till we fall.
нахуя.
And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
Блядь, рука уже до локтя.
Truth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, drove him to madness,
А откуда я пришел? А, нет, я не отсюда пришел.
spreading this new form of darkness to new
Я
worlds,
пришел не отсюда, я вот отсюда пришел.
to my world.
Значит, руны в бою подключать на кнопку Е английская. Так, я оттуда пришел. Заблудиться можно, как два пальца об асфальте. Так, это мы букву открывали. Это уже открытая буква. хуй знает, ни карты, ничего нету. Это. Так, там мы открывали эту хуйню. Так, там мы эту хуйню открывали. В общем, запоминайте, и английское, это руны в бою подключать. Я в комментариях напишу, там, не в комментариях, а под видео напишу, как чего.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
With the Mark of Valravan and the Mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate.
Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't.
She's done it.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the dead may cross.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores.
Чё такая графа, да?
Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Какой-то злой дядька за экраном там говорит. Ну чё, чуть-чуть. Иди сюда. Сейчас я из тебя буду делать, блядь, полубога.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling. Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
He's finished.
Тоже хочешь? Есть еще желающие? Кто еще хочет моего комиссарского тела? Вижу желающих, больше нет. Мне хоть один щит дайте, а? Топорик. Топорик, кстати, видел.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Это что такое за удар по ебалу?
She's hurt. She's injured. She will make it.
Что там такое? Ты туда не будешь. Сюда ходи. Сюда не ходи.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Великаша. Да-да, Великаша ее зовут. Ну-ка, что там, закрыто? Закрыто. Да и с той стороны открывается. Ладно. Великаша. Руны войны.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
никаких, блядь, напоминаний нет. Ничего похожего такого. Если это балка, то тут нет перемычки.
Переполняла печаль. Враги его отца. Вроде... Печание. Так. Будет наверху. Женщине-воительницы, которая бросилась в огонь. Опять, да, неплохая драчка. Плюс мне очень нравится Тидак в мире. И проход дальше открыт. Путь в Хельхейм не бывает прямым. Каждый ищет свою дорогу. Когда бы не пришла ты покрыт великанша, она спросит твое имя и рассказывают о Брюнхильде, за погибшей.
Дверцу открою. Для начала. Позапирали все двери-то.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Все рассказал, да? Все ты про меня рассказал, да, котеныш? каждым разом мочил его все сложнее и сложнее. Девчушка худенькая, мне аж жалко ее даже.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry.
Это что за чучело там?
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Меч сломался. Ёб мать.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senuas nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It's real. Listen to it.
А ручонка совсем плохая.
Daddy. It's
Not like this.
it can't. It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in me, Senuas?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows this. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
С моста скинули, что ли?
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
Yes, no, he's here.
It's in your mind.
It's real. It's happening.
Go towards it.
У меня нет джедайского меча. Джедайский меч сломался. Его сожрали. Дай-ка я умоюсь немножко. Плавать ты, конечно, не умеешь, да? А, ты не идешь дальше. Просто тупо дальше не идешь, да? Пойдем туда. Если сюда никуда, то туда. Сабли-то нет, все сломалось сам.
There it is. It's dead. He's gone. It's not slow. How could you? Keep going. Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was the trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Это дракары викинг.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Мне саблю кто-нибудь даст сегодня или нет? Походу никто мне не даст. Какой-то путь. А, вот он, башка, в которую я меч сломал. Ты, слышь, башка. Сука. Тварь ты. Мне тебе драться нечего.
already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you.
It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy, sword play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted.
He's there.
For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
О, дракон стоит целый.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Так, меч в камне. Очень интересно. Где, в каком камне меч? Я его вытащу. Не проходит, а?
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens. as the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face. He bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Так. Если я сюда войду, выйду ли я отсюда? Ага, дерево выбрать. Короче, сюда не войду. Классно. Бежать подальше. Потом вернется. Разумеется. Камни. А почему я там подземелье не могу провалиться? Здесь пройти. Солнце описано хоть какое-нибудь оружие.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Какой, сука, злой король.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real.
Вот и дерево.
It's real, but it's a trick. Deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just a deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
опять что-то напоминает. Там цветочков обнюхались, ребята. Но графика здесь отпадная. Да?
What's your name?
Как тебя зовут?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait,
Подожди.
who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Diddy. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it because he's not real. Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that video? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hole. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honoured. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
пока только одни узоры, даже рун нету. Что-то оно все останавливается. Ну и так еле бежит, еще и останавливается. Так, сюда тоже нет. Можно подойти только вот сюда вот.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Так, сейчас на дворец ходить. Продолжаем. Облегчились немножко. Где же мне взять меч-то? Без меча туго будет. А другого пути нету. Тут только сюда ход и все. Вот так клинок-то торчит.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Daddy had left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge ground by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal. You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find the shards.
Ну чё ж, пойдем. Начнем отсюда. От Седога. А тут как не пойти. Обходить, что ли? Тут же был путь. Давай, вот первый. Первый больше.
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong.
Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, it forces itself onto our friends or loved ones. Then comes the reckoning.
Тут самое фиговое, надо ждать, когда диалог один закончится, и начинать другой диалог. Если этот не закончился, второй не появится, пока это не закончится. А ты уже убежишь.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Тут, конечно, красиво. Вон оттуда меня скинули. С моста. Великан, тварь, мост разрушил. Гномы выковали меч. Да это не гномы, просто какие-то карлики. Краснолюды. Здесь еще подсказка-то. Где этот подсказчик-то? Повозка. Повозка-то классная такая, да? Чё ж, зайдем. Погребально.
Go in. You'll have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there?
Да нет там пока никого. Кто здесь вот? Давай пойдем по краешку.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian. Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear?
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Не поджигает она эти хероин-то. Эти хероиновые поджечь лампадки. Она их факел поджигает. Факел подожгла. А лампадки? А лампадки не поджигают.
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
The voice is getting louder. Listen.
Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen.
It's getting louder.
There he is. Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
You're nearly there.
Dillian.
It's him. He's going to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus. Use your mind.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again. You don't recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You know where you're.
She doesn't.
Listen for his voice. Listen.
Dillian. Where
Listen
are
for his voice.
Dillian.
She can't see everything look the same.
Looks the same.
Something's different. Look for clues.
What is it?
What's different?
There's a clue.
Light the torch. Light it. Look for the torch. Light it with you. It will help you see.
Не пройти.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening?
It's not him, it can't be. What's that sound? The voice is changing.
What? That's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
It sounds like something.
Herver ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Herver demands her inheritance, but her father warns her the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
What's in there?
What's in there?
What is it?
A secret room.
There are bars.
How do you get in there?
How does she get in there? There's no way in.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop.
What's in there? He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That voice. It's not Dillian. Dillian wants me to face my fears. Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
Chieftain.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can.
When they see the rot growing inside you, they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
It's done.
You did it.
But there's more. There's more.
You're tired, but you have to keep going.
There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to be easy. Can you do another one?
It's too much.
Have you got the energy? She hasn't got the energy.
No. Too much to do.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we?
I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's
Creepy.
creepy.
It feels wrong.
It feels strange.
Да, да. Какие-то голоса все время странные
Where are we?
Turn back.
за
It's
кадром.
wrong. This has to be wrong.
There he is.
There
Did
he
he?
is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house.
Find him.
Don't let him disappear this time.
Don't let him down.
Get there before he disappears. He's going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air. Where's it gone?
Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's just another test.
You just have to solve it, and then you will find him.
Then you will succeed.
He's so close.
Just one little test to do.
You can almost reach him.
Almost.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Delia will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was one spring day when she went to the river with Delia and the others. For the water. She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that. The bridge. It's broken. Fix it.
You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it?
You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed.
You must. You have to get to the house. You Dillian.
А этого дядечки-то нету, который вещает-то.
Up the tower. The tower. How do you get to the tower?
А, вот он.
Find a way. The ladder is broken. How do you get up the tower?
Senua, find
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
That's it.
You did it. Shh.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle.
Как наверх-то забраться?
You found a way to climb the tower, the ladder. Quick.
А вы сомневались?
See it.
Ведьмы там сидят какие-то нахуй. Сучки, блядь, сомневаются вообще во мне. Она смогла, она смогла. Интересно, вот дальше что ли?
She did it.
You fixed the bridge.
Fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
Done. You succeeded.
Да, как туда пройти? Ага, понял.
Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus. rooms. Focus the rooms. Come on, they are the key. You can open the gate. Quickly, focus.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong. But he was afraid of the dark. It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce of his strength. He clung to the doorframe, but it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
Я тоже одного чувака знаю, который темноты боится. Да даже не одного, двоих. Он там в другой комнате у меня сидят.
What's that sound?
They're coming for me!
Someone's calling you. Someone's calling you. Why? What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. Dillian doesn't sound. He's trying to save you. There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. You're dying. The burning has begun. The burning has begun. There is the gate. The rooms. Run! Run now! Save him! You don't need your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? To defend yourself. It is. Go towards the gate. Run.
Что, сгорело, что ли? Интересно, а что там делать-то надо? Блять, почти уже до самого до конца дошло.
There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Someone move away. You'll die. Run! Run now! What should I do? Where's your sword? To defend yourself. Is that creature? You can't defend yourself. Where are we? It's not safe. We're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like. Go towards it. Focus. 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 No.
Хрена не понимаю, что делать. Короче, надо бежать и искать эти знаки.
There it is. Huh? It's close. I had to find one more. Run! Run! Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Senua, you don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door. Run! Where are we? Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. You've got them. Where's the door? Find a way in front. Run! Look at you! Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Как мышь в лабиринте. Блять, рука-то уже совсем почернела.
Senua! Senua!
Хоть заново, блять, проходи.
What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just
Еще пара таких испытаний, все, и она кони двинет.
You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
You want to see what the mask sees? No, she doesn't. Don't look through. Focus. Focus. Focus on the mask. The mask is here to watch you. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. It's safe here. It's calm. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Дверь закрыта.
Dillian is in there. Don't forget. You can feel me. You need the runes to fight Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you.
He always said
He's close.
he knows about you.
Feel he's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. We're here. Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder.
She can't. The gate. She can't. She can't.
She will.
She'll find a way. She always finds a way.
Ну тут понятно, что надо делать. Надо перейти в другой мир и там найти эти руны.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? No, no, thank you. It's not safe. Dillian, there he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through before he disappears. Dillian, don't lose him.
Way too many times.
Там какие-то голоса болтушки просто. И говорят, просто не переставая.
Look what happens to the things.
Девчушки-болтушки.
You kill the things you love with your words.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
Dillian didn't deserve this. Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glue. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her sons. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
He saved you. He saved you.
Loves you.
You owe him.
His love keeps you strong.
Do you remember the way he looked? Dillian saved you from them.
Здесь еще не все Еду.
You can't go up there. Not in this world.
Закрыто.
Not in this. You can't.
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillian loves you.
Senua, do you think she remembers? You couldn't.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You are in the
Закрыто.
wrong world.
You saw that she's strong.
The dark world.
Without you. Everything gets broken in the end.
Killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Was it worth it?
А, там завалено.
You have blood on your hands.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Ага, все правильно.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the thing she loves.
She destroys the thing she loves.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Закрыто.
He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within.
Закрыто.
He was the only one she could trust.
Could she trust him?
Наверх нам как попасть?
Dillian saved you. Dillian cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive.
You had that love. You squashed it, destroyed it. curse cannot be undone.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, "I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon." Loki replies, "Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands." And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
You broke him, you killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Just like it strangled him.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zimbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities, tearing at her stomach.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead. How does that make you feel? You have no time for this. Speak up. These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set the trials to distract you. They've set you up and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? Consequences are laughing at you. What if they take you closer to Dillian? She thought she had a lot of this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weakness?
Как все по-хитрому запутано-то, чокнешься нахуй. Ой, блядь.
Your curse has claimed Dillian. Poor Dillian. He didn't know he was kind. He believed you. He saw that she was strong. Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you. What if they're all about wasting your time just delaying by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she... They mean nothing. Dillian saved her. Special. You owe your life to the time. It could all be a waste of her time.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
С той стороны. А с той стороны можно пройти только если в темноте. Ой, в темноте, в разрушенном городе.
Cannot be undone. You have no chance for love now. Nobody will love you again. Ever again. You can. Nobody will love her now. Can you remember what love feels like? Look what happens to the thing she loves. She destroys the thing she loves.
Ну прям сама догадывает. Так, вот этот чувак здесь. А дверь, конечно, хуй открыть. Замок висит. Самодельный, правда.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
He's the reason she's alive at all. What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work?
You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
Everywhere.
What if they're not real?
What if they don't actually make sense?
What if they're a trick? The gods were lying. Think it makes sense. Clearly the gods knows underneath you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense.
Words. The gods don't. But it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language, you don't understand.
Sinbad was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. Let's succeed. Oh no! Quicker!
Не нравится мне ее рука.
And now the darkness is swallowing.
Совсем плохая.
Just like it strangled him.
Но вот тут самое главное не упасть.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua. Be very, very careful.
You've come this far.
No! It's a narrow bridge. And there's a long way to fall.
Сука такая, я тут, блядь, рисковал нахуй, а он взял и прыгнул.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. So we fix them by taking away their sight. But you give up the beautiful world. You, and only you can see just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? The gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I lived for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore. They're going to take everything you have. The memories of ghosts.
Ну, до последний осколок, я так думаю.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul. They want to crush it. They want your body. They want your soul. They want your mind, and they're going to take it. The memories were yours, but they're the gods now. Nothing is yours.
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the well of wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good.
Сейчас.
Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Dillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Reach the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua, my father, he taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
There's something in here.
Do you see it? No. Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
There's more of them. I think they're moving.
You're breathing too fast.
I'm scared.
Listen to the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out. It will pass. You can do this, Senuas.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Dillian. Help me.
Come to this.
days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
You've done it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold your heavy strike.
Hold it!
Hold the heavy strike.
Hold it!
Unleash the sword.
Ну что ж, обновим клиночек, чучело.
No focus is built in. Focus. Focus now. Focus. He's gone. Yes, Senua. There's nowhere to run. There's no
A sea of corpses. The corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
She's lost.
suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you banned from your curse instead of facing it.
Нет, это лучше...
And let the darkness you have upon your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
В следующей части я это все дело буду делать.